Hey guys, Crypto Sunday, and it's a red week. Can't go on the green run forever. You have to pull back at some point. So 25,000 down on the week. This is sort of pretty much how much I was up last week, to be honest. So not the end of the world. Various reasons from what I can see on this. The Bitcoin Miami conference happened, sort of the biggest Bitcoin conference of the year generally. And people have noticed you do seem to get a lot of selling around these conferences, sort of maybe buy the rumour in the weeks leading up to it and sell the news, as they say. So one of the big news items seem to be Strike and Jack Mallers. They have integrated the Lightning Network wallet with Shopify. So any Shopify store can now be used with Lightning Network. So you can use your Bitcoin there, or I believe you can convert even fiat to Bitcoin, and then the retailer gets fiat again. So it's just using that as a payment processor to sort of provide competition to MasterCard and Visa, but not sort of having the merchant pay 3% fees. They've also sort of teased McDonald's and Walmart potentially sort of being integrated, but we have seen this sort of network, this news before, so not from them necessarily, but from various sources. So take it with a pinch of salt. Shopify is confirmed at least. They've teamed up with Blackhawk Network and NCR, who I saw Forbes saying are the biggest point of sale display or point of sale company in the world. Sort of haven't seen that mentioned too much elsewhere, so not taking that as 100%, but yeah, interesting. So that seemed pretty good news. And the other news, I have been selling some of the smaller coins and sort of putting it into Kronos or crypto.com. Just seem to be developing a hell of a lot, and they're moving into gaming as well. So they're integrating an open source software development kit by ChainSafe. So it's sort of based on Unity, but they're saying it could also work with Unreal Engine games. So yeah, not quite sure how games on sort of Kronos would work, whether they would be using the coin, or sort of if it's just on the network and then people would be developing sort of games with their own token built on the network. But certainly sort of interesting to see. Not sure whether they're sort of spreading themselves a bit too thin. I mean, they've just got into NFTs as well, with the sort of DeFi stuff as well, sort of spending absolute fortune on sponsorship. But yeah, the sort of World Cup news was fairly bullish for me this coming summer, hopefully sort of getting an awful lot of eyeballs on crypto.com. So yeah, I thought that was pretty good. The interesting gaming news. We'll have to see what comes of it. There was a lot of sort of tokens seem to be looking towards gaming at the moment, but we'll see what comes of it. So yeah, everything's pretty much down. A lot of tokens have sort of followed Bitcoin in terms of price. Bitcoin's 7.5% down. Yeah, just over the last sort of few days, but nothing too drastic. Ethereum 6% down, almost exactly the same chart. I mean, you can see on the monthlies, it's a small pullback for the month, so nothing to get too worried about. Cardano a little worse, 10% down. Solana very much worse, 18% down. So I took the opportunity. You'll see I've put the zero balances back on, because I made another sale of Boba Network. So this was the sort of airdropped token from OMG Network. Never really seen all that much development of it to be excited about. and yeah, it was sort of £3 or £4 when I got airdropped it, but yeah, if you're swapping it for another token, then it's sort of relative compared to the other token's price, so not necessarily the worst thing. But I was able to sell the whole lot at £1.42, so near enough got the high on that, and it's sort of come back down again. And I put all that into Solana, so not put all of this into any sort of NFTs at the moment. It's just sitting in the wallet. So I've got about 24 Solana just sitting in wallet at the moment. Not sure whether to buy NFTs with that. Sort of some of my projects that I'm invested in are down. But yeah, we'll see if I can see a little bit more development and games coming out. I'm generally still in gaming tokens. Then yeah, I may sort of deploy that, but we'll see. Yes, and I sold off Litecoin literally just this morning, so that's down sort of broadly with everything else, but similarly to sort of Boba Network, really just even less development I'm seeing on Litecoin. People just seem to hold out sort of hope that this is eventually going to rocket back up. I can't really see a great reason for it. They've sort of got this privacy, mimble-wimble development going on, but it doesn't seem sort of hugely promising to me, to be honest. They're sort of pushing into other things from what I could see, trying to do a bit of sort of DeFi and a bit of gaming here and there, but I don't know, just sort of first gut reaction was that it's paying lip service to it, basically. So sold all of that off for a profit, to be fair, but yeah, put all that into Kronos. So this is now one of my largest holdings. I've ordered the credit card or debit card, so get a fancy metal debit card, and sort of if I start getting into the sort of the bonuses of it, it's your money staked on there. If you get the cards, then you get 10% on your Kronos network, so getting a little bit of interest on that. And you also get the free Spotify and Netflix accounts, from what I gather. So not something that I generally use, but yeah, could be a nice bonus. I could get into those. So yeah, Kronos, big position now. OMG network really been hit this week. I'm not seeing any sort of particular news on that. 20% down. Power Ledger sort of 14% down, but that had done quite well previously, so not too bad. XRP same as Bitcoin really. Internet Computer 16% down, so not done too well. Not sort of been keeping up on much news with them. Basic attention tokens same, 18% down. Audius 8, so that's not too bad. That sort of did go on a crazy run again. Didn't really see much news for it to go to sort of £1.35, but we'll see. On the monthly, it still looks really, really good. Stellar 12% down. Quantstamp, yeah, 1.5% down. This is another one that I'm sort of keeping a close eye on. It's sort of cybersecurity firm. Business seems to be doing really well, but I'm not sure how much use they've got for the token. This was sort of the concern when I bought it, really. They were doing a lot, auditing sort of large companies and providing sort of crypto audits for various tokens, but there was sort of a concern how they would actually utilise the token, really. Similar to sort of Ripple and XRP, they use their technology for lots of companies, but sort of questions over whether anybody's using XRP. So yeah, I'm kind of keeping an eye on Quantstamp and sort of maybe wondering whether to sell. Could even put it into Kronos. And yeah, Anchor down 20% as well. So another one that I'm considering selling off, along with Band Protocol. So So that's 20%, nearly 23% down as well. So maybe give them a little longer and just see if they can have a bit of a news spike. Sort of what seems to happen with these small tokens. They sort of get listed on a large exchange, or they have some sort of token specific news, and they'll sort of pump 40-50%, and a bit like Boba Network, I would probably sell out at that point. Just wanting to sort of consolidate my my holdings, really. So yeah, interesting. We'll see where we go from this drop. Hopefully sort of the rest of April, and I'm really looking sort of the rest of Q2, really, just to see how we go. So yeah, leave your thoughts in comments below, and like and subscribe. See you soon.